fiscal year to Anambra Assembly. Anambra State Government assures core members of their security. Federal government commences screening for beneficiaries of Commonwealth scholarship. Israel recalls her ambassador from South Africa. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Details of the news. I am Friska Wanko. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has presented the State 2024 budget proposal of 410,132,224,272 naira to the State Assembly. Governor Soludo made a presentation at the State Assembly complex in Oka. Government House correspondent A.G. Kabana reports.
96,201,936,746 naira, that is 23% of the budget, is targeted at recurrent expenditure. 313,930,288,526 naira, representing 77% of the entire budget, is targeted at capital expenditure. The budget themed Changing Gears, the Transformation Agenda Begins is aimed at beginning the transformation agenda and implementing a new master plan to change Anambra into a livable and prosperous homeland. According to the governor, the size of the budget is relatively small in terms of dollar and other economic challenges, saying that they are determined to maximize value for the Anambra, prioritizing project financing, not borrowing to consume. He pointed out that the budget will accelerate agenda on clean, green, and sustainable Anambra, urban and semi-urban water schemes, mainstreaming the sports economy, the state football team, among others, emphasizing that his administration's agenda is to promote one state and one people. Governor Soludo thanked the members of the State Assembly for their collaboration so far and reeled out some of his administration's budget performance and achievements and asked for continued support from the people.
I want to assure the Anambra that every cover you entrust in our hands will be judiciously deployed to maximize value for you. You have deployed Dr. Katufi Bezim and I to serve you. And together with the solution team, we will continue to work 24/7 to do just that. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me end by reiterating that this budget is your budget. The agenda is about your future and the future of the unborn generations. For me, we are not just working for the present and next generation. We are planning for many generations unborn. The 2024 budget speaks to that. Say I will, and great powers will come to your aid. Today and in 2024, let us all agree that it will be done.
Politics of presentation of 2024 draft estimations. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Mr. Governor, I believe that this budget should be given priority attention. Give you the instrument you need to serve the people of Anambra State. Once again, thank you for coming, and thank you for coming with your team. We promise to do the ones we can.
Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelu, Head of Service, Barrister Theodora Igwebwe, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajuri, State Chairman of ABGA, Barrister Ifeatu Obiokoye, members of Anambra State Executive Council, among others, attended the budget presentation. From the State House of Assembly, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budgets, Ms. Chiamaka Nnake, says Anambra is the second state in the country to automate the budget process. Ms. Nnake stated this in Oka during a stakeholders consultative meeting on Anambra State proposed 2024 annual budget and the 2024 to 2026 medium-term expenditure plan and assumption. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye filed on this report.
The consultative meeting was to facilitate participation, inclusiveness, consensus building, accountability, transparency, and the rule of law in the budget process. It attracted commissioners from other ministries in the state, traditional rulers, President General of communities, representatives of ministries, departments and agencies, other state and non-state actors, and non-governmental organizations. The participants made inputs into the budget in order to ensure all-round development and good governance in Anambra State.
Today is our budget consultative meeting where we meet each of the stakeholders gather to see the make inputs into the budget, what the priorities are for 2024. So this is actually us trying to confirm that the priorities or the key deliverables we've captured for 2024 reflects the needs of Indian Anambra. I think we are very close because the feedback just seems like, okay, we are all aligned.
First, I also want to thank the Governor Professor Charles on the assistant on the ground on health sector. And next year, we need to consolidate. I'm happy that some of the traditional rulers here, especially some of the local governments, general hospitals, we are purposeful in ensuring that at least there is a general hospital, one per local government in Anambra State.
So even next year, I make a colloquium on core Igbo values. It is on paper already. I make a colloquium. All these core Igbo values. Now that colloquium
Some of the traditional rulers who made their contributions at the meeting, including the traditional ruler of Aguleri, Ikwe Dr. Michael Idigo, asked that the budget should address the peculiar issues facing riverine areas, such as flooding each year, especially providing shelters and other needs of the communities, while his Nene counterpart, Ikwe Demian Ezani, called for more attention to be given to issues of security to allow Indian Anambra to come home and invest, which will help to raise the internally generated revenue.
If there's need to make laws in the federal, we have our representatives there, so that we'll be able to tap in on diaspora remittances. If others are scared to invest in Anambra State, our sons and daughters overseas will not be scared.
Earlier in her welcome address, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mrs. Stephanie Keriozo, disclosed that a good presentation by the government depends entirely on the stakeholders' efforts and expertise in all the important meetings held. Speaking on behalf of the President General, Mr. Donatus Oji commended Professor Chukwuma Soludo for the One Youth Two Skills Solution Initiative and called for a social reorientation unit for the youths so they will know the negative effects of patronizing and reviving idolatry and other get-rich-quick syndrome schemes.
Anambra State government has reassured and has continued to support and protect members serving in the state throughout their service year. The Deputy Governor, Dr. Nyekachukwu Ibezim, stated this at the National Youth Service Corps NYSC orientation camp Umuawolo Mbauku in Okasad local government area, while declaring closed the NYSC orientation course for Batch C Stream 1 corps members. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
Deputy Governor Bezin, who appreciated corps members serving in the state for significantly contributing to the workforce of the state, said that Professor Chukwuma Soludo administration will continue to ensure their safety throughout their stay in Anambra State. Dr. Ibezin, while reminding the new corps members that the state is safe for them, asked them to endeavor to remarkably contribute to the development and progress of the state through selfless services, and told them that some of them may even have the opportunity to be employed by Anambra State government after their service year if they perform creditably in their areas of primary assignment. The Deputy Governor used the opportunity to restate the commitment of the Professor Soludo government towards providing good opportunities for law-abiding youths in the state.
To move this country forward, we need the experience of the old and the energy of the young. You are not just the leaders of tomorrow. Your leadership starts now.
In an address, the Acting Director General of National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, Mrs. Amaka Ehebo, represented by the State Coordinator of the Corps, Mrs. Blessing Iruma, encouraged the Corps members to serve their fatherland wholeheartedly and devise better ways to make indelible impacts in their places of primary assignments.
The NYSC appreciates communities who encourage Corps members to embark on community development projects. As you are aware, projects executed by Corps members help in the development of communities as they address pressing felt needs of such communities. For records, Corps members are always willing to leave legacies where they are serving, so I appeal for such support financially, materially, and emotionally.
From the NYSC Orientation Camp, Omaolumbuku, in Oka South Local Government Area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
The College of Nursing Sciences, Alo, Idembele South Local Government Area, owned by the Diocese of the Nigerian Anglican Communion, has held its maiden matriculation and capping ceremony for 2022 set of student nurses and 2023 set of student midwives. During the ceremony held at the college field, 50 student nurses and 29 student midwives were matriculated. Emmanuel Chibota tells us more.
The event began with an Eucharistic service performed by the Anglican Bishop on the Niger, Right Reverend Owen Nwokolo. In a sermon, Bishop Nwokolo explained that the reason for the college establishment is to prepare young ones to be great and becoming world-class individuals, urging the matriculants to keep themselves away from anything dishonorable and focus on their studies.
If anyone places himself from what is dishonorable, they will be a vessel for honorable use.
In a remark, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afamu Bidike, emphasized the state government's efforts in revamping the healthcare system, commending the diocese for the human capital development, especially through the establishment of the nursing college.
Encouraging the church to continue doing that, and also as government will continue to do that. But just know that in this call, you will not be hungry. The work.
In an address, Provost of the college, Mrs. Goodness Ogbonna, expressed commitment to providing the students with the best possible education and implored the students to demonstrate professionalism and integrity at all times, a strong sense of compassion and empathy.
It is indeed a very important and memorable day for this college and the matriculating students. They persevered with sleepless nights and burning the midnight candles to pull themselves out from the crowd. I say a very big congratulations to you all, the matriculants.
The college registrar, Reverend Father Emmanuel Anibogo, gave a brief history of the college, disclosing that it has zero tolerance for examination malpractice, cultism, and any other vices. In a keynote presentation, the Secretary General, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, Dr. Farouk Abubakar, represented by his special assistant, Mrs. Stella Goswill, noted that the nursing and midwifery profession is noble, hence should be taken seriously by the students. The event featured matriculation oath, presentation of prizes to the outstanding students in the college, dance, capping of the students, and cutting of the matriculation cake. Emmanuel Chibota for ABS News.
About 255 students in Njikoka, Dunukofia, and Anoche Federal Constituency have been screened for eligibility to receive scholarship that will offset their fees for West African Secondary School Certificate Examination WASC and calls for their final year projects. The screening exercise took place at Our Lady of Assumption Catholic Church, Nimo. Gozo Bileri, a correspondent, reports that the youth were selected from all the political wards in the constituency. The reports.
The youths, who are mainly students, were screened one after the other by the board constituted in that regard to ensure transparency and to make sure that the grant gets to the targeted beneficiaries. Explaining why as a beneficiary, the chairman of the board and the chancellor, Oka Catholic Diocese, Reverend Father Charles Ndubisi, said the grant, which has two aspects, will favor 102 final year students of tertiary institutions to aid them in their chosen projects, while the second aspect is payment of WAEC fees for 153 students in secondary schools. Reverend Father Ndubisi said the gesture was initiated by the member representing Dunukofia Njikoka Anocha Federal Constituency, Honorable George Ozodinobi, to aid the free education policy of Governor Chukwuma Soludo and a way of giving back to the society. He said the program, which is the maiden edition, would continue to ensure that no child is left behind, urging the beneficiaries to take the opportunity seriously and better their lives. As he said, the move is not a political or denominational arrangement, but for every student from the federal constituency.
This is not about politics. You can see, so it's not even about religion. You can see that it is for Indianambra. The grant is actually a scholarship. Project grant for those at the university level, the final year students at the university, those that are hoping to write their project. So we are giving them money to enable them to write their project.
In their separate reactions, some of the would-be beneficiaries, Master Mmeso Omanwokelo and Ms. Chinechere Mwakasi, said they were qualified through online registration made open to them in their various local government areas, hoping to be among the beneficiaries, and prayed God to bless their benefactor.
So I'm expecting the grant so that I'll be able to, it will help me to increase the number of students that I'll be able to reach out to. Students that to benefit from my research.
From Nimo in Njikok local government area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
The federal government of Nigeria has commenced nomination interview for the 2024/2025 Commonwealth Scholarship and their fellowship plans, CSFP, to enable qualified Nigerians to compete globally with candidates from other Commonwealth countries. More than 30,000 individuals have benefited from the award since its inception in 1959. A majority of the awardees from Nigeria have returned to make significant contributions to the development of the nation, particularly in tertiary institutions. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Princess Ekwi Ajide has the rest of the reports.
The nomination interview opened on behalf of the Ministry of Education. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mr. David Adejo, said Commonwealth alumni in Nigeria have been instrumental in making laudable contributions to governance over time, which is in line with one of the key objectives of the scheme to ensure that the returnee scholars make impact in their various disciplines for the betterment of the country. He charged the panelists to use their clear understanding of the importance of improving access to quality education and not lose sight of the enormous developmental challenges facing Nigeria in rating the candidates.
I want to encourage you all to remain disciplined, focus during the interview sessions to enable you qualify for nomination. Also warmly welcome you to this nomination exercise. In this wise, we want to see scholars whose training program will help in creating a globally competitive Nigeria.
Earlier, the Director of Federal Scholarship Board, Astan Dajumu, stressed that the award is highly competitive, especially with the limited number of spaces compared to the large number of applications received annually. According to her, this year, about 2,000 scholars applied through the electronic application system EAS, saying that the CSFP is highly prestigious as the award covers the awardees and their spouses, but want the scholars to be focused during the course.
Here, about 2,000 applicants applied through the electronic application system, the EAS. The CSFP is highly prestigious as the award covers the awardees and their spouses. Hence, you should be disciplined and focused during the exercise.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
It was a day of celebration for families and well-wishers who joined Mr. Godspower Ekweme as he tied the nuptial knot with Ms. Chiamaka Ozawa. The wedding, held at His Grace Cathedral Gospel Voice International Ministries, Agwoka, attracted prominent dignitaries. Correspondent Kenneth Kuchukwude brings more details.
We are elegantly dressed, exchanged marital vows witnessed by family members, friends, and well-wishers as the officiating minister, Reverend Dr. Odinaka Olago, led the process. Reverend Dr. Olago, in his remark, enjoined the couple to always look unto God and make Christ the cornerstone of their marriage to sustain them in their union. The father of the groom, Sachika Ekweme, who is the past president, Oka Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, said he was very happy to witness the day and emphasized that God made the day possible, urging the couple to be tolerant and patient to have an enduring marriage. The groom, Mr. Ekweme, expressed satisfaction with the union, promising to love the wife always.
She's everything to me, and I love her, and I will continue to love her, cherish her with all my heart. So I'm happy today. As you can see, my friends are here, our families are here also.
The bride, now Mrs. Ekweme, in her reaction, noted that their meeting was unexpected, which gradually grew into a relationship and blossomed into marriage, and wished for a successful marriage.
I wish us, I and my husband, happiness, love, riches, money upon money, then beautiful children, twins.
The Commissioner for Culture, Arts and Entertainment, Comrade Don Onyenji, who graced the event, said the couple should stick to their values, uphold understanding, patience, and remain prayerful, as well as looking after each other to build a successful marriage. The traditional ruler of Omawolo, Igwe Joel Egwonwu, and the Vice Chancellor, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Professor Charles Igwe, urged them to follow the biblical and traditional injunctions to build a lasting union. The former Director General of Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, Chief Joseph Odumodu, said the level of divorce amongst newly married couples can be prevented if young persons can be less self-centered and willing to make sacrifices for each other.
Said sacrifice is key, very key. It's not about I'm in charge or you have to love me. It's about understanding that it's a friendship.
The event climaxed with reception, during which the couple danced, made merry with guests, and cut their wedding cake.
Has recalled its ambassador in South Africa for consultations, Israel's foreign ministry said. It follows the latest South African statement on Israel. The ministry spokesperson, Laya Haya, said an X without giving specifics. South Africa has been highly critical of Israel's military operation in Gaza. On Monday, it urged the International Criminal Court (ICC) to issue an arrest warrant for Prime Minister Netanyahu Benjamin by mid-December. The minister in the presidency, Kumbuzo Nasaveni, said failure to do so would signal a total failure of global governance. The recall of Israeli ambassador Eliv Belotsekovsky comes just before South Africa is due to host a virtual summit of the BRICS group of nations, which includes China, Russia, on the Israel-Hamas war. The meeting, to be chaired by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, hopes to draw up a common response to the conflict. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS of any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow at Annenberg Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television. Or follow on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Governor Soludo has presented budget proposal worth over $410 billion for 2024 fiscal year to Annenberg Assembly. Annenberg State Government has assured COM members of their security. Federal Government has commenced screening for beneficiaries of Commonwealth Scholarship Awards. Israel has recalled an ambassador from South Africa. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Annenberg State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him massive support for the task ahead. And that ends the news at 7 right here on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Mongo. Good morning.